Howdy Hello H2Os, Roller Bros, and Claire Bakers alike. I'm your guide, Q. Welcome back to the weird story. This is a strange neckbeard, not quite like anything I've seen before, and I'm very excited to share this with you. Also, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support I've been getting over on my gaming channel. It really touches me deeply in my soul when you guys are willing to support something that I don't normally do, so thank you for that. Let's get into the story. This story comes from an anonymous subscriber. I want to preface this by saying that I have his actual texts. I'll add some, but censor his name and any personal info. Background. So I'm currently going into my junior year of high school, and I go to two schools. My regular high school and an advanced school. Multiple high schools in the district use this program, and I've met a lot of new people through it, including the atrocities I'm about to share with you. Okay, here we go. Key best friend is K, and Neckbeard is D. So I've met many people through this school, including my best friend K. This will come into play later, but Kay is a lesbian and I'm bi, meaning a lot of creepy guys ask if we're dating all the time. We're not. Anyway, my first year there, 9th grade, I mostly talked with Kay and a few people here and there. I noticed D, but never really talked to him. He's a little shorter than me, I'm 5'7", has a full face, I guess that means he's got like a chubby face, is obsessed with anime and has a terribly patchy neckbeard, and is somewhat of a loner. I never really thought much of him. During the summer going into my sophomore year, I started learning the guitar and absolutely fell in love with it. I don't come from the richest of families, so I bought my first guitar myself, and I cherish that thing. I named it and everything. When I came back to school in September, I was talking about my guitar with Kay. We're both musicians, when D came up to us. You play guitar? Yeah, actually. I'm not great at it, but I really like it. Oh, okay, cool. He talked to me for a minute and then left. He completely ignored Kay, which I thought was rude. I didn't really think much of it until later that night. I was scrolling Twitter when I get a notification that someone wanted to follow me on my private Instagram. It was him. He somehow found my Instagrams, which I don't use my real name in, and tried to follow all of them. I just kinda figured he got it from someone else at the school. For the next few months, he started talking to me more. He's okay to talk to in person, I guess, but over text, oh my god. He comes from a wealthy family, and as I mentioned, I do not. One day, out of the blue, he asks if I want to hear about his guitar, and she inserts a picture of their conversation about the guitars here. Also, I don't think I showed you all of my guitars yet. If you don't want to see them, that's fine. Oh no, I mean, if you want to share, feel free. Okay, he shows a picture of like 4 guitars. These ones, plus the SG, I keep out of the case. I have a few in cases and gig bags, so this dude has more than 4 guitars. Pretty good collection. I say yeah because I'm just kinda curious, and I kid you not, he talked about his guitars for 3 hours straight. I didn't reply to any texts, he just kept going. He goes through every part of every guitar. He kept bragging about how expensive and rare they all were, and when he was done, he didn't even ask about my guitars. I only had one, but it was still pretty rude. I share this with Kay and we have a good laugh. Now, this is where I start to get a little mad and pull receipts, so strap in. So for whatever reason, he loves correcting me on anything. I don't know if he thinks of women as lesser or what, but he pulls stuff like this all the time. He sends her a picture of 2 guitars, some Instagram story he posted asking which one he should save up for first. It's called the Red Special. I'm not a Queen superfan, and even I know that. I guess she mistook the name of the guitar. She says, "Trust me, I know, but the Red Special is specifically the one that he made himself. Brian has a guitar company, Brian May Guitars, and it sells a similar replica of the Red Special as the BMG Special." So she was actually correct. He was incorrectly correcting her. Sorry if that's confusing. But I guess this is just supposed to be a sign of some of, like, the belittling tone in his conversation. I know it's little, but I hate when men think they know something better than me, simply because I'm female. I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, whenever I call him out, he just responds with anime screenshots, and it's really annoying. I can imagine that being annoying. Oh my god. Another thing he does is send me pictures of guitars for sale to help me find one. The guitars are never in my budget, the lowest being around $300, and for whatever reason, he just can't seem to understand that I can't afford it. He'll tell me how much of a bargain it is, and how I should get it before it sells, then he gets angry at me when I tell him that I don't even have half the money needed. Also, he randomly sends me videos of him playing. He's not great, but he's not bad either, and honestly, it's really annoying. He takes absolutely zero interest in anything I have to say, and only wants to talk about himself or something in his life, not listening to what anyone has to say. D. I really like insert random indie guitarist here. Oh, okay, cool. I've never really heard of them. I'll tell you about my favorite guitarist. Proceeds to, my favorite guitarist is Buckethead for anyone wondering. D completely ignores me and continues talking. That's more rude than anything else, but I think it's time to pull up some of that sweet, sweet Neckbeard cringe about him. Okay, let's dive in head first. Out of nowhere, I receive this text. Hey, is it okay if I ask you something? Yeah, go right ahead. Are you and Kay a couple, or just good friends? After I explain that, no, we are not dating, he proceeds to tell me his entire dating history, like it was just a self-pity rant with no concern as to my reactions. I tried to help him calm down, but he literally just kept going on about how no one loves him and ugh, and then this. She says, but I'm not relying on anyone. I'm the cliché, strong, independent woman. He says, oof. I'd say that you would be good at it since you're talkative and kind and funny too, but sometimes being single is good too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll try dating, but for now I'm content in the place I am. And that is good. Being happy is good. Like, yikes. I can clearly tell he's upset at this point and I try changing the subject. I honestly didn't get the sense that he was super upset other than the oof. I mean, he clearly went for something and was probably disappointed. Maybe there was a text I missed that made him sound super upset, but I'm not seeing it. But he just won't let go. And now I present the crown jewel of this incredibly long story. Okay, I guess this is the money text. I don't really care though, that's the thing. That's good. Personal happiness is better than pleasing toxic people. I'm happy as long as all parties involved are happy. You see, I'm a bit of a masochist. Keep in mind that this was only a couple months ago and we were both underage. To this day, he goes on and on about his kinks, which I've expressed make me extremely uncomfortable. Which brings me to the worst part of this. Oh god. He also told me in confidence that he's also bi. Which is great, I'm happy that he's okay telling people this. What's not okay is him publicly posting about his kink pride. He always posts about how his kink is part of the LGBT+. It's not, it's just sadomasochism, which makes me and all of his friends very uncomfortable. He spent literally 10 separate posts asking people to stop asking him to not post about his kinks publicly. His defense is that it's pride, when all people are asking is to keep it between him and a partner. I showed Kay the posts and she fell over laughing. Also, as I'm typing this, I completely forgot that he ordered cat ears, a collar, and a tail on Amazon, and posted pictures of himself doing the Ahego face in it. Now would be a good time to mention that our teachers follow our Instagrams for schoolwork, so they're seeing literally all of this. So, TLDR, rich white neckbeard feels entitled to women's time, doesn't listen to what anyone talks about, only cares about himself, expects the poor to be able to buy what they want, feels kink belongs at Pride, publicly wears cat ears, that's a minor indiscretion, and unironically does the Ahego face, and he watches hentai. This is just the tip of the iceberg with him, but there's so much. Also, if this gets in a video, I just want to say to all the girls that go through this, yeah, it sucks and it's weird, but you're not alone. There's so many creepy assholes that we meet in our day-to-day, and it sucks. We just gotta find people who actually enjoy our company and respect us. And Q, I'm glad you bring people like this to light. It shows them that they need to change themselves while also giving us a good laugh. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Alright, I've got a few things to say about this one. First off, I appreciate the things that the author says at the end of the story. I think that is an important message to send people. Also, thank you for appreciating what I do over here. I think one of the specific things that I want to harp on is that yes, these neckbeards might seem like very extreme examples of like, oh, obviously that's a person that makes people uncomfortable. Obviously that's a bad person. But I think we can look within ourselves and find aspects of this guy that might be negative within us that we just don't find to be as extreme, but we're still doing them. You know, like really only caring about what we have to say and not caring about what the other person has to share. Obviously, he has a very, very extreme case of that, and this is going to hinder him in any friend making he's ever going to try to do. But like, I know I have a little bit of that sometimes, and it's something I should work on. And I'm not sure if anybody does anything similar to this, because it's pretty specific, but the whole trying to merge LGBT pride and kink pride in the same thing, those are just not the same at all. One is orientation and like romantic things. It's not inherently like a sexual thing to talk about. The other is an inherently sexual thing to talk about, and nobody wants to hear about it. Like, if you want to talk about that stuff, you can go into some sort of Discord server or message board that's interested in the same kink as you, but chances are your family and friends aren't going to want to hear about it on your social media. Also, I just want to mention real quick, I think it's super, super weird that your teachers follow your Instagrams. I've never heard of that. I went to school years ago, but like, that seems kind of strange. But as always, let me know what you think about all of these strange things. There is a new video up on my gaming channel that's the best video I've ever made before on that channel, at least. It's super fun, very hectic. I have a great time doing it, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. If you're not, it's all good. Skate on to the best of your abilities, make sure you're drinking more water, staying safe out there, taking care of your fellow human beings, and I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful day.